What's up, guys? I just discovered something that you can actually see Steam profiles from the mute page. I don't know when that was actually the case, but either way, we're going into a game of Gorgon on Orbital Drill. I've been taking movement speed in my monster games lately. I don't know, ever since I used it on Hunter, it seems really good, so like better, like the damage and cooldown, you don't really notice it as much because it's been nerfed so much, but 25% I think is what movement speed is pretty strong, so I've been trying it out a little bit. So we got 3 silvers players, should be a pretty good game. 3 silvers and a bronze. I guess it's lucky for me that the bronze is on support, so it's going to be a bit easier to hopefully burn through the support when it comes time to fight, if it's a support that I have to focus at least. But we'll see what they decide to choose. But yeah, I've always, like, when this game first launched, you were able to go into the Steam overlay and look at players you were currently playing with, and it made it easy to add people. And I guess they added in the ability to go to their Steam page and add them from there, which is really nice. I've always had trouble, finding people. I think everybody does. People that have common names, especially like me. A lot of people have trouble finding me to add me on Evolve. Alright, so who do we have? I saw Kyra. Alright, Kyra Hank. So it's a defensive team with Parnell. Parnell can be pretty annoying to deal with. Oh, that's the buff. I'm gonna go for it. I normally don't like going for buffs, but since I found it so early, I guess I'll try. Problem is I can't really, straight up fight it. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit of armor to help me. It takes a long time to get these buffs, but it should help me in my first fight. I might actually get domed twice at stage 1 because of this, though. It used to be you'd always go for buffs. Back before they buffed the elite creatures and made them stronger. It was way easier to kill buffs. They were basically the same as any other creature, you just use abilities on them. But I found it early enough that I think it's okay. But yeah, they're already on top of me, as you can see. Crow just squawked, and I'm highlighted. So I gotta try to create some distance. I'm assuming they're back behind me right now. Hank just said there it is, so I'm not sure where Hank is, but he sees me. They definitely could dome me up in here. So I might go ahead and just try to kill these 2 mammoth birds and eat them. That might get me evolved ready. I'm close. It's not gonna make it though. Yeah, alright, they got me domed. Hopefully this damage just will pay off. I think I waited too long to get this down penalty. I saw Hank got zapped by the mammoth bird, so I was thinking I could go for a down. But I might be too late to get a down penalty here. A little bit of a chance to get one on Kyra unless Hank shields properly. Actually, I'm line of sighting Hank from Kyra. This might be a down here. Yep, I got it. Alright, cool. So you could see that I noticed that Kyra was going in the opposite direction. Oh, I got zapped by mammoth birds. That was bad. I noticed Kyra was going in the opposite direction, so I just pushed Hank away from her. Hank's back up, but I don't care too much. I just want to get out of this dome. So I took a little bit of damage, but I got a down penalty on my priority target. I would say I'm slightly ahead, but not by much. And actually, if I don't get the evolve off of this dome, and if I have to take another stage 1 dome, I may be behind. I should be able to mitigate pretty well with this damage buff. Like, they did a good amount of damage to me, but oh god, please. Oh my god. I hate mammoth birds. I should have been able to not really take a whole lot of damage just because of my damage resist buff in general, but I committed a little bit too hard instead of mitigating damage during that dome. At least I got the strike out of it. If I would have taken 2 bars of health without getting a strike, I'd be pretty far behind. Right now, I'm kind of actually been pinned, and I wasn't able to find a good amount of food, so I'm gonna most likely have to take a second dome at stage 1. I'm pretty sure of that. As long as I can take no damage during that dome, I'll be fine. The best way of getting me to commit is to have the support take some sort of wildlife damage at stage 1. I'll always commit to that. It's cost me games before. They take like 1 hit from anything big, or like a mammoth bird, or dune beetle, anything like that. And I always commit on it. Sometimes it works out for me. It's won me games as well. I might choose this to be the time that I engage though, because he got hit with that spider. So Hank already is a little bit low. I hope this isn't going to be an overcommit. Alright, Hank is invisible and I don't know where he went, so I'm going to try to mitigate a little bit here. This is a good spot for me to take a dome. This cave is going to be helpful to make it so I don't take a whole lot of damage. Alright, I think Parnell got nabbed by that spider, which is helpful. I'm just trying to be annoying as I circle around this. It's a really good loop for me. They really all shouldn't be staying out here. There's a couple different ways you can deal with that, but in general it's a bad dome and you're not really going to get that much damage. I took a little bit of chip damage from Kuro, shooting his, whatever that thing is, not the stasis gun, but the other one. I took a little bit, like 1/8 of a bar or something, 1 sec. Alright. They might actually be able to deal a little bit of damage here. This Crow could highlight me and Hank could orbital me. If that happens... Oh, it is. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt. That wasn't too bad. A little bit of damage. Okay, a little bit more damage. I need to just get away from this. I'm still fine. I would say like the first strike on your main priority target is probably worth about 2 bars of health. And then maybe your next strike after that is worth at least 1 bar. And then 1 strike on medic would probably be worth 1 more bar at that point as well. And then after that you shouldn't really take a whole lot more health damage. You should be able to like win the game from there if you haven't already. Because a lot of the times you'll get multiple strikes for one of those 2 bars of health. Alright, so I'm full armor, I can fight. Trapper's a little bit exposed here. Hank's doing an okay job. If he gets the shield right back on again. Yeah, that's exactly what he should have done there. A little bit of lag. That wasn't good. They actually might keep him alive. I think I'm going to have to start mitigating damage soon. Yeah, they're going to keep him alive. That's really bad for me. Because I overcommit for that strike. Hank did a really good job, surprisingly for a bronze player. He did exactly what he should have done to keep him alive. As I used abilities, he let off the shield and let it regen to about half. And that allowed Kyra to get her heal burst back up. So pretty well done by him in that fight. So I'm behind slightly now. Yeah, a little more than slightly, actually. This is going to be a rough game to come back from. It's not over. I still have a stage to heal up a little bit, but 2.5 bars is when I'm not evolved ready, and I'm going to have to take another dome. It's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm not going to be able to play as aggressively next dome as I'd like to. Because they could just kill me outright if they get a really good dome. 2.5 bars for Gorgon is not that difficult to burn through. And even after I evolve, I'll be in that zone where if they hold the dome till I'm like 1/3 armor, they can kill me in that dome. Which is never a fun place to be in. Puts a lot of pressure on you as a monster. Their Parnell isn't outrageously good. Like, I've played against some Parnells where they're always right on top of me because they use Super Soldier at that like little bit of a speed buff. And I've been trying to get better with that in my Hunter games. It looks like he's a little on top of me right now, but I'm actually not evolved ready, which this would be a really bad fight if I have to take it. I think I made it away though. I'm close. I don't know exactly where I'm at in terms of my evolve meter, but I'm close. I really can't go into this fight without being evolved ready though. I think I'll get it here. Now it's just about finding a good place to fight. Like this pillar here is decent. And they're actually low right now, so I might... Yeah, okay, they threw the dome. I would say that's a premature dome, but they probably just really want to try to end it because I'm low. But I think this should be a pretty good place for me to fight. I'm going to basically just kind of poke them a little bit here. And really, I don't want to overcommit. Play Ring Around the Rosie with the Assault. And I'll take jabs at them here and there if they get hit really hard by my abilities. I might go for a down penalty, but it's more important for me to not take damage. Because Crow can always pick at me as well. Like this second down penalty, it would really help. Oh god, that orbital hurts. Okay, I got it, but I took way too much damage. Oh my god, that orbital. So right now, in terms of strikes, if we were to be an even game, I would have lost about 3 bars, maybe 3.5 bars of health. And as it stands, I've lost, what, 5.5? So I'm decently far behind. But I'd still give myself like a 30-35% chance to win this. It'll really all depend on the next fight. If they can prevent me from armoring up as well, that would be almost auto win for them. Basically any mistake I make, they win. 4 bars is still enough where I can end the game off of at stage 3. Ooh, missed dome. That's really helpful for me. So I said any mistakes by me could be game ending, but mistakes by them aren't good either. It doesn't help my chances that much because it's still the health pool that I'm working with. That's the problem, but if they would have gotten that dome and I wouldn't have been full armor, it could have been bad. At least this allows me to take a good stage 3 fight the way I want to. I don't actually think Gorgon's amazing at taking relay domes. She's okay, but when the team is very split up and they're fighting kind of on their terms, it's hard to hit multiple people with your abilities, which is really Gorgon's strong suit. Acid spray specifically. You really want to coat at least 2 hunters with it every time you use it, if you can. But a lot of the relay points have these like peaks that the hunters will use very often, and if you can get a spider trap up there and keep one up there the whole fight, a lot of the times hunters will still go back up there because it's a safe spot. Like Hank and Kyra will use them often. So my goal is to go after Hank. It looks like Hank just kind of prematurely used invisibility. So I can disengage here and wait until Hank's invisibility goes off cooldown. Or goes on cooldown. So I can see him, he's up on top of there. Should be falling off anytime. That was definitely a mistake by Hank. I don't think you should ever use, outside of if support's the only one alive and you shoot the monster off the relay and the monster's coming at you. I think that's the only point in time that you should do that. So he got pinned up against the wall of that relay, or of the dome. He probably would have died anyway, but that wasn't helpful. Also, they shouldn't have went inside of that building. They ran away from their team and provided me cover from taking damage that whole time as well. Alright, so now Kyra. I'll force out the shield from, maybe he already used the shield. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, but... Crow is also doing a decent amount of damage to me, so... Alright, it's only Kyra up. How much time do I have? A minute? I should be able to end this. I don't know exactly where she ran off to, so I'm gonna have to hit the relay a little bit, but... I was looking for footprints just to see. I don't see them, so... I'm gonna go ahead and hit the relay a bit. They made quite a few mistakes towards the end of the game here. That made it a lot easier on me. Alright, there she is. I'll wait for her to get a little bit closer. "30 seconds. They might be able to get a dropship here. Alright, she's out of jetpack. Oh, that missed? Okay, there we go. Got it. That was pretty close, though. They played well. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.